explosion?
We're wasting our time. That's not gonna show.
The boss says he'll be looking for that Gordon chick.
We've got tanks patrolling the area. No way he'll get through that.
Any sign of the bat? Nope. Maybe the tank's got him. Let's hope so.
It's the bat! He's in the construction site!
Report in, all of you.
Roger. Copy. Copy that. Where are the others?
Man down the construction site! He went this way!
Jim, the area is secure. Meet me in the clock tower.
I'm impressed. Your tricks don't seem new from all, Batman.
Colleen? Is that you again?
Candygram! Oh, don't pass out just yet. Come on. Show a little spine. Just wait till your father gets home. He's going to be furious about all this mess. Nothing like a trip down old memory lane, eh, Bats? And now a front row seat to the main event. You would have thought old Jim Gordon had been through enough. First, some handsome young maniac cripples his daughter. Now he's blaming himself for her being taken. You really should tell him this is your fault, Bats. I'm sure he'll understand. I mean, it's not like you went out and got his daughter killed. Well, not yet, anyway. The night's still young.
Jim's on his way up. I can't do that now. This isn't your fault, Jim.
Of course it is. Crane's done this to get to me. I should have been here.
There's something I need to show you.
We haven't got time. She's not like us.
Identity confirmed.
She's strong, Jim. Stronger than you realize.
She works for you? This is all your fault.
I will find her.
She's my family! My daughter! She's all I've got! I never should have trusted you. Never! I'll do this on my own. Stay away from my family.
I think that went quite well, considering. Of course, I wouldn't have told him, but that's why it's so liberating being me. You've got a lot to look forward to, Bats.
I need to find out what happened to Barbara. They covered their tracks by disabling the clock tower security cameras. If I hack the municipal CCTV system, I should be able to monitor all access points to the building. That's no good. I need to find out who took Barbara and how they're transporting her. No, that won't work. I need to find out how Barbara was taken. There's nothing here that tells me how Barbara was taken or who took her. Concentrate. I need to find who took Barbara and how. That's no good. I need to find out who took Barbara and how they're transporting her. No, that won't work. There. That's the vehicle they took Barbara away in. Those tires are Amertech D60s. I can program the Batmobile to track their unique tread pattern. It'll lead me right to them.
Now that I think about it, how did Scarecrow know to go after your IT department? I mean, I had no idea she worked for you when I shot her. I just got lucky. Seriously, I was aiming for her head. Oh, if I'd only had a video camera.
The tire tracks will lead me to Barbara. I can use the Batmobile forensic scanner to follow them.
Slideshow.
I want the Arkham Knight's name.
As do I, Master Bruce. He has presumably chosen that title for a reason. Where do you suggest we start?
Arkham City. Go through the files of every inmate who was released following the death of Hugo Strange. And Alfred.
Sir?
They knew about Barbara. Activate the Batcave security protocols. Don't drop your guard. Alfred, the militia have deployed a device. It's burrowed deep into the road.
Yes, I see it. Similar devices are being planted across the city.
I'll investigate. I need to investigate that device. It could be dangerous. It's a bomb, Alfred. A well-armored one.
Oh dear. In that case, should you really be standing quite so close?
I'm going to set up a remote link to the Bat computer and hit it with every virus we've got. Once we're hacked in, I can expose the core and defuse it with a controlled explosion.
Very good, sir. Though I should warn you that the militia has already deployed a platoon of its unmanned tanks to stop you.
They won't.
Sir, the virus upload has destabilized the device. If you move too far away and lose the connection, it will flatten everything within a 10-block radius. So you must get back within range or the device will explode.
The drones you requested have been deployed. We need those bombs in place, Sergeant. They're our deterrent. I know, sir. I'll stop him dead. Damn it! Rattler's taking damage! He got a drone! No! We lost one, sir. He's making you look like a fool! Drone's been hit! It's still in the fight! Batman took out a drone. Make him pay! These machines are relentless. Unlike you, they don't give up. They don't hesitate, they don't hold back, and they are not afraid of you, Batman.
The bomb's payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
You think that's it, Dark Knight? I've got this whole city wired to blow. Try and disarm the explosives, and you'll face even more of my drones. You see, I've waited years. No one is taking this from me. Look at a charred crater if they try.
Sir, that warning was broadcast publicly. I suspect the Arkham Knight wishes to discourage outside intervention.
I should pick up the Arkham Knight's trail.
Nah, I ain't afraid of Scarecrow. If he was really scary, he wouldn't need fear gas, right? Oh God! He's crushing the car!
chase after your ally Bat if you can, through a city my army now controls. But with luck you'll find her before I show you how tonight is really going to end.
Alfred, the Arkham Knight's trail leads into Miagani Island. Lower the Mercy Bridge.
I can't. We're locked out.
The militia must have hardwired into the transport control system. Find me their access point.
Right. Tracing the network traffic, it seems to have all been rerouted to Grand Avenue Station.
Then that's where they'll be. I'll proceed on foot and take over their access point. I'll contact you when you're able to lower the bridge.
Be careful, sir. Miagani Island is rife with militia drones and troops.
Can you believe it? I was...
Listen up, man. We control the bridges, but and can and will adapt. Stay alert. Watch the skies.
The station's crawling with the Arkham Knight's militia. I need to clear them out and find the access point they're using to hack into the transport network.
I'm sure I saw something. I got him! He's in the guard! I got him! He's by the guard! He's actually dead!
You have failed to stop me, Batman. Now Gotham will fall.
bunch of windows. Baz was closest, burst his eardrums.
Control, Falcon 5. Tank spotted on Miagani Island. Over.
The station's crawling with the Arkham Knights militia. I need to clear them out and find the access point they're using to hack into the transport network.
Me, with the shutter. We're gonna need it. You think he's coming? Oh, I know he is. Arkham Knight just kidnapped his friend. We got the drone. He's not catching us off guard. He better not.
Batman accesses that terminal.
I don't know what Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight will do to us. So what happened? The chemical factory blew up, but I don't think...
This way! Over here!
Let's check on the guy that
We lost him! Start checking for men down! There he is!
Nothing we can do here. Spread out and find him.
Let's see if he's okay.
I'll cover you.
Over there! Where the hell did he go? He's using smoke!
Nothing we can do for him. We spread out. Get revenge.
Mind those Spanish points!
Moving to mine them in.
I'm gonna assess the guy you took out earlier.
Where is he?
Platform 2. I've got your back. How did he get another one?
I got him! Batman! My location!
Leave it. We need Hey! I got him! He's in the gardens! Glad you're putting up a fight, Batman. I expected nothing less.
With the Arkham Knights' men taken care of, I can use their uplink terminal to lower the bridges.
Isn't that Barbara's job? Oh, right. In all the excitement, I almost forgot. You don't really believe old Jimbo's gonna forgive you if you save her. He holds a grudge, Bats. I should know.
Alfred, I've re-enabled the bridge controls.
Marvelous. I'm rebooting the network now.
Forget Scarecrow. It's time to face your one true nemesis, Batman.
Oh dear. Is that who I think it is?
Enigma. Contact me when you're ready with the bridge.
riddle me this. Why would a Batman visit an abandoned orphanage?
Eddie, sweetie, you've confused me with Robin. The big guy and I aren't all that close.
Oh, I know! It's because of what to his feline friend if he doesn't get here in time. Shocked, Dark Knight? Stunned? You didn't expect this, did you? That is because you are no match for me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and your intellectual superior. Did you think I would just forget our last meeting, Dark Knight? You humiliated me. I know you will not beat me this time. It is utterly impossible. You cannot do it. I have won already. I will mock your attempts to solve my conundrums. I will stand triumphant over your bloodied corpse. And as the dim light fades for good in your tiny dullard's mind, your final thought will be how I have bested you. Come to the orphanage, detective, or she dies.
That's one nasty-looking cloud hangover, eh?
Hi, diddle, detective. I see you've begun pitting that mediocre mind of yours against my riddles. I had plenty of time to conceive them, Batman. When you left me battered and demeaned in Arkham City. I am the Riddler, Batman. I don't suffer humiliation. I pay it back. So solve my riddles if you can. They'll be very important later.
Fellas, what do you call a guy who takes down the bat? A hero, that's what. I don't get it. You want to break the bat? Then forget Scarecrow, Two-Face, Penguin, and the rest of those punks. Nygma's the man.
The riddle guy?
Riddler has Catwoman. Tell me why.
I don't know anything, I swear. I just tied her up and left her inside.
Why? What's Nygma's play?
I ain't got a clue. I just brought her here and planted someone else's trophies nearby. That's it. You gotta believe me.
I do.
Batman? That had better be you. And you had better...
Keep still. Are you okay?
Perfect. What little girl doesn't dream of being bait for her strapping Dark Knight?
We're leaving.
You might be, but I'm not.
Ah, both contestants are finally here. Tonight, folks, we've got riddles galore. But first, let me introduce my beautiful assistants. I'm growing tired of my dependence upon the least useless dregs I can scrape from Gotham's utterly uninspired underbelly. Why rely on others for help when you can design, program, engineer, and manufacture it yourself?
My guess.
What a pair you make. Together, you're just competent enough to survive. Enjoy it while it lasts, Dark Knight. I have more in store for you than hitting things.
There's plenty here. Take your pick.
No doubt you enjoyed that, Detective. It's the most fun you'll have all night. You see, Dark Knight, this feisty, felonious feline has been fitted with a shiny new collar. With each challenge you complete, you'll get one little key. Collect every key and the kitty goes free. Remove it too soon and the kitty goes boom! Well, don't just stand there, Dark Knight. Take that rocket-fueled roadster of yours and make your way to the Cauldron Train Yard. My first test is waiting.
I'll come back for you. Stay here.
I'm wearing a bomb, Batman. Of course I'm staying here. Go get my keys.
Patience, Catwoman, patience! I am as excited to reveal what is behind that door as you are to open it. But all in good time. All in good time.
Don't keep me waiting.
Sir, I've regained control of the bridges.
Good work. I'll contact you when I'm in position at Mercy Bridge.
Well, Batman, old boy, this is quite the dilemma, isn't it? Do you save the incompetent friend who got herself kidnapped, or the incompetent friend who got herself kidnapped?
I need to go back to the bridge to bring the Batmobile onto Miyagani Island.
I'm sure he went to a lot of trouble. Try. You can't save all of Barbara. I killed half of her already.
A challenge in the Cauldron Train Yard. Fine, Nigma. I'll play your games, and I'll win. Selina's life depends on it.
thought Catwoman's little predicament might encourage your participation. I realized, you see, that the kind of image-obsessed narcissist who places bat symbols on his hubcaps would never willingly submit himself to the kind of humiliation I have in store. Yet, here you are, Detective. The humiliation is waiting below. Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring, with stupefied incomprehension, at a mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you the decrypted code, Dark Knight. Oh, but first, I think we should run through the ground rules for tonight's festivities. Rule the first. You will address me at all times as Riddler, the... What? How did you solve tonight's very first riddle? Well done. Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test. Be ready, Dark Knight. There's more to this test than just going vroom, vroom, really fast. Tick-tock, Detective, tick-tock. Can that ramshackle motor handle this? Dark Knight, you're not failing properly. At least try and head the correct way. Careful, Detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. Do you even know what a racing line is?
I'm disabling the afterburner's failsafe.
Can those flickering, filtering synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course? Don't get too confused. Now, right. I'm shocked, Dark Knight. Is that really as fast as it goes? Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours. Detective, you stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. Once more onto the track, Dark Knight. Once more! Oh, Detective, what's that I hear? Is it time's winged chariot hurrying near? You're close, Detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble now. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. A quite dismal failure. Now, a good workman never blames his tools, Dark Knight. But since you built that ramshackle Batwagon, no doubt it is underperforming. It's underperforming. Pay attention, detective. Go left. If you can't understand the intellectual virtues of completing this trial, Batman, I'm not going to explain them to you. Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean designs. Now then, detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me, one of them won't. Great. I can do this.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence, I'm afraid you're going to need it. Which key could it be? Which key could it be?
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say.
Oh, the collar performed above specifications. Wonderful. Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean designs. Now then, detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less...
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Well done to the pair of you. That's the first key collect. Don't expect to be sinking your claws into too many more. Too many more. Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight, you sweet, naive sentinel, of course it wouldn't. But now I have several hundred terabytes of performance data relating to the latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. With that in mind, I have prepared for you something a little less knuckle-whitening and rather more brow-furrowing in Chinatown. Hurry on over, detective, or it won't be curiosity that kills the cat.
Whatever Riddler's built beneath Chinatown, it's not going to stop me.
All right, sir. Connection established. As expected, sir, a small drone force has been deployed to stop you.
Drone feed offline. Get back!
If you leave now, the device will explode.
Taking fire! Drone's been hit. Direct hit of the Rattler. Armored holding. I've lost the drone. Alpha target hit. Going for the kill. Rattler's been hit. Drone feed offline. Get back! Cauldron
The
unit
bomb's
destroyed.
payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
Excellent work. Bomb defused.
You really want help marching in over those bridges? That's just more blood on your hands.
Whatever Riddler's built beneath Chinatown, it's not going to stop me.
whatever Riddler's built beneath Chinatown. It's not going to stop me.
Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, Detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius. Testaments to you. Stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come. Simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, Detective. Need I remind you that Catwoman's life hangs in the balance? Oh dear, Dark Knight. You don't stand a remote chance of solving this one. You know, Dark Knight, on balance, I don't think you're going to figure this out. you flip the car? Perhaps I am in need of a more worthy nemesis.
Batmobile controls.
Please, Dark Knight, try and take these trials seriously. This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill. Ah, what a fall, and what a fool. Upside down? Oh, Dark Knight, I presumed a base level of competency when designing these trials. Go on the ground, Batman. That's a fundamental principle of driving. Right. Well done, Detective. Your true calling as a third-rate circus stuntman becomes clearer by the day. Congratulations, Dark Knight. You've earned the right to play the next part of the puzzle. Head over to the board.
Oh joy. Time to play the will my head explode game again.
Riddle me this. What has a cape, a cowl, and can't be trusted not to get you killed?
You better be right, Batman. Head still attached? Great. Collar still attached? Not so great.
Congratulations! You've achieved the very minor victory of not being as stupid as you look. Not stupid as you look. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty. Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big mysterious green door.
Yes, yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. Well done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting. Orphanage.
He's coming after us! Lori!
I gotta say, Bats, it is good to be back. Gotham just wasn't the same without me, was it? I mean, Scarecrow's the biggest bad guy in town. Woohoo! Not for long.
First time I saw him was back at the training camp when he gave that speech. He had the suit on. For a split second, we thought it was Batman.
Control Falcon, boss. We've got something. There's a body strung up on a rooftop.
Selena's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Good luck. No, Dark Knight, you're way off the mark. The mark. Close, but it's not quite on the dot. Almost there, Batman. But you haven't quite made my mark. heavens above! Will you ever figure it out? Ever? Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
It's unlike you to get caught. Was it an ambush? Blackmail? A trap?
He invited me.
What?
He said he had a job.
A job?
Of the cat burgling variety. I'm pretty good at it, remember? Not all of us scamper around on rooftops at night because we want to help people, you big brooding Boy Scout. Now where's my key?
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. You two, because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless, Cat. I don't have any friends. I see what you're trying to do. You're testing my patience, aren't you? Trying to drive me insane as I watch you struggle with that riddle. Well, ha, Batman, ha! I've made it easy. Now all you have to do is stand in the right place and scan. Scan. Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Batman. Catwoman, you're lagging behind. You're lagging behind. Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not
Bring it down!
a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant?
Smash it!
Every robot you defeat merely provides more data for me to analyze, Dark Knight. Prototypes, Dark Knight. These are merely prototypes. Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun. Hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
Hey, Bats. When did
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Oh, you're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul, are you? Come on, it's been months. Even the worms that ate her corpse have probably forgotten about it by now.
Leroy said he saw one of the bodies. Looks like it's been crucified.
And knowing Leroy, he went and had a look.
Of course he did. He's got pictures of this thing on his phone. He's a sicko.
I need to go back to the bridge to bring the Batmobile onto Miyagani Island. I need to go back to the bridge to bring the Batmobile onto Miyagani Island.
Explosion failed. Get down to head back hard.
Why'd we bring all these civvies in on the op? That Riddle guy, the Brit, wild cards, all of them.
The Batmobile can't auto-navigate to this area. I need to go back to the bridge to bring the Batmobile onto Miyagani Island. The Batmobile can't auto-navigate to this area.
Batman! It's Batman!
Who are these army guys? They're taking over buildings, blocking off roads like they own the place.
I need to go back to the bridge to bring the Batmobile onto Miyagani Island.
I can't see him! He's there, Sergeant!
We're gonna need a damn bomb to take out that car of his.
From what I hear, Scarecrow nearly turned the whole Ace Chem factory into a bomb.
Control, it's a Falcon 5. Tank spotted. Over.
place.
I'm heading to Mercy Bridge to pick up the trail of the Arkham Knight's vehicle.
Miss Gordon's safety is on all of our minds, sir. Good luck.
The hell is that thing? It's a bat! Turn around! Go, go!
Alfred, I'm at the bridge.
One moment, sir. I should probably warn you, there's a significant militia presence ahead.
Duly noted.
I managed to access the files Miss Gordon was working on before her abduction. It would seem she found a weakness in the drones, sir. A direct hit from the Vulcan gun on their sensor array should destroy them with a single shot.
Sergeant, Mercy Bridge is being lowered. He's coming.
Mamba drones online and ready to engage.
Tandem charge warhead, designed to penetrate the toughest armor. I've got surprises too, Batman.
Target hit a drone. Armor still intact. Lost the diamond. Armor breach on Mamba drone. Arkham Knight, come in. Defense is breached. He's moving onto Miyagani Island.
Not now, Sergeant.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Alpha target spotted. Northern sector, Miyagani Island. Confirmed strike on target.
This must be the entrance, but I need to secure the area first.
Batman's taking out a Rattler. Drone holding position, under fire. We lost the unit at the Botanical Gardens.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. Careful, Dark Knight. That car has some value, even if you don't. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop?
Pit stop.
Very good, Dark Knight! Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scout it. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an unredeemable idiot? Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. You know, I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. Try and avoid the descending ceiling, Dark Knight. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Ready to die, my dear?
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
Riddler's trial's in Kingston. He's been toying with me so far, enjoying the sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity has manifested itself this time.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities. Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber. Eject from the chamber. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test. Capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise. Creatures known to prey on bats include hawks, owls, some spiders, falcons, and, oh yes, of course, me. It must feel wonderful, Detective, floating majestically over a city filled with your minute inferiors. Much like being me. How does that cape work? Shape memory fibers? Some sort of collapsible harness? An arrogant insistence that the laws of gravity do not apply to you? Remind me of another plucky young man who likes strapping on a pair of makeshift wings. What was his name? Oh, yes, that's right. It's a classical reference, you uncultured brute. Batman. Listen, when I'm stuck on a puzzle, I find it helps to... You got there eventually, Detective, making you literally as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. Your next key awaits you. key.
I can't leave until I've helped Selina choose her key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part. Okay, time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective. Patience, Catwoman, patience! I am as excited to reveal what is behind that door as you are to open it. But all in good time. All in good time. Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting. Riddle room, riddle room.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Selina's waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
I see you, Batman! Where's he going?
Commencing area search.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting. You still haven't apologized.
For what?
For Eddie treating me like a white hat. Like one of your sidekicks. You know, half the crooks in Gotham think I feed you info.
You do.
Well, yeah, when there's something in it for me. They think I'm doing it on principle.
Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. over, would you? Hey, don't shove.
to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab that key and be on your way.
Hey, that was easy. Oh, it's a trick, isn't it?
Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
The red ones are mine!
All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of puzzle solving. You can thank me after. Thank me. Thank me.
I did it! I actually did it! I mean, of course I did. Good. As expected.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me!
There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line. All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank me. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
great news, Bats. I was just hanging out in hell, you know. Could you kill me?
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirits, sir. I've every confidence.
Don't worry. I asked, and she's totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the old scratching post. She'll...
If you ask me, it could be any one of those great jobs that Matt banged up in Arkham. I mean, who doesn't want Batman?
Target sighted. Destroy him! Drones have lost contact.
And reacquire it!
Is that what I think it is? It's Batman. Step on it!
This is no territory of yours, Batman. It is mine, and you will suffer my dominance.
He's on our tail! Outrun that thing! That ain't no mask, man. He had surgery after that run-in on Killer Croc. I'm telling you, we should split. What happens if the Bat decides to break all our limbs? In case you forgot, we just trashed the emergency room. That freaking Bat tank fires non-lethal rounds. It's like getting punched by an angry crowd.
It's confirmed. Riders spotted in the cauldron. Falcon 5 out.
How long will you struggle, Batman? How long will you try and enforce order on a city whose natural state is chaos and despair?
Falcon 5 to control. We're tracking rioters on Bleak Island. Over.
drones.
Make him pay.
Armor holding. Kingston unit offline. Batman sighted.
Crack him!
Rattler down. I can take the loss. You can't.
The Arkham Knight's vehicle swerved and crashed up ahead. Car's empty. The Arkham Knight must have taken Oracle and moved on. I should examine the vehicle more closely. The car veered off an empty road. Why?
Looks like the driver wasn't wearing his seatbelt. I should find the body.
Traces of pepper spray on the right side of the driver's face.
Oracle must have been in the passenger seat and deliberately caused the crash. Clever. I should check the area where she was sitting. The door was torn off during the crash.
If I can find where it came to rest, I can determine exactly what happened. Torn cleanly off the hinges. The door must have been opened before the crash. Oracle got out. I need to examine the reconstruction, pinpoint where she landed. Oracle got free of the vehicle before the crash.
Oracle stopped here. Someone took a shot at her. I should analyze the point of impact for ballistic evidence. The caliber of the weapon is a match for the Arkham Knight's sidearm. The trajectory and impact velocity points to a shooter that matches his height. At this range, he couldn't have missed. A warning shot. I've missed something. Oracle knew she couldn't escape, but she caused this crash for a reason. She must have left a clue while crawling away. Lucius, Oracle left me the scrambler device at the scene of the crash. Decrypt the data so I can pinpoint the Arkham Knight's location.
This kind of thing was more Miss Gordon's specialty. I'll see what I can do, but it'll take me a little while.
I'll meet you at Wayne Tower when you're ready. Alfred, give me an update on Gotham's Most Wanted.
One moment, sir. Right, these two are just in. A mysterious hooded figure has been spotted on a rooftop in Grand Avenue. He appears to be standing beside a burning bat symbol, sir. It might be wise to establish whether this interloper is friend or foe. Reports are also coming in of a blaze at the Bristol fire station. One suspects arson, sir, as the power to the building disabling the fire suppression system. You may wish to investigate.
I'm heading to Wayne Tower. If we can decrypt the Arkham Knight security protocols, we should be able to track his location.
If he thinks he can hide from you, sir, he's in for something of a surprise.
Doing control. There's a body on a rooftop in Kingston. Doesn't look good. Falcon 4 out.
Nice of you to drop in, Mr. Wayne. I suppose you weren't really dressed for the front entrance.
Have you finished the decryption?
Fully decoded. I've downloaded all recent militia radio transmissions and their corresponding coordinates to your machine.
Thanks, Lucius. I can scan the network for the Arkham Knight's voice print and determine the location of his last broadcast.
Bruce? It's Vicky. Are you there? I know you're listening to these messages. Look, if it's about that article, blame Ryder. I had nothing to do with it, I swear.
You know, if I'd ever been curious about your identity, I would have torn off that mask years ago. I always figured the truth would be a letdown. But I have to admit, masquerading as Gotham's least interesting socialite is one hell of a cover story. The dead parents are just icing on the cake.
You had to go and spoil the surprise. I was hoping to keep her under wraps until she's ready. Next generation disruptor. She's still a couple of weeks from completion, but I figured you'd appreciate a working prototype. I should have her with you later on this evening.
Thanks, Lucius. I think I might need it. It's a bad idea to walk out in the Batsuit while Lucius's PA is still here.